It's one of the most gratifying experiences. I finally found like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, was giving my voice to a horse. Sadly, yes, I do. It's yeah, I do. There are certain things about Bojack that I can identify with or appreciate on a certain level. But I think that he's a lot sadder than I am. I mean, he's an actor. I'm an actor. He was very famous. I wasn't very famous, but he was, very well known. And now he's kind of retired, if you will. And I'm not going to retire for at least another years. So, but in that sense, yeah, there are things that I can understand for sure. I think a lot about the downsides of fame. It, it's great for getting a table at a restaurant, but there are certain things about it I think that are very, soul-sucking. I think that you spend a lot of time, if you're very famous. Again, I'm not suggesting that I am, but when I've seen it, where you have to constantly create this persona that you show the world, and then what's at the end of the day, what's left of you. It's absurd. If you look at it objectively, fame is kind of absurd because it's meaningless. You know what I mean? It's okay to be. I like the idea of people. If you create something and people liking what you do, that's great. Because I don't want to create something in a vacuum. I want to create it so that people will enjoy it. But the idea of this sort of the fame on top of that, it's like an added thing that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Okay.
That's impossible.
Bojack.
Of course. Why would you even? Yeah, no. Probably Arrested Development. I mean, even though we might do more, it is an experience. There is a sort of a family there. I do really love everybody, and working on that show, it's a really fun experience. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yes and no. I don't know. I don't really think about it that way. My new show that I'm working on that we just wrapped, that's coming on Netflix in February, called Flaked, that has a much more dramatic element to anything that I've done in a long time, since I was a struggling actor in New York and years ago. And I found myself to enjoy the process of making something that was more dramatic. But comedy's fun to do too, so you can kind of keep it light. We'll see. We hope so. We're talking about it right now, and we hope that it will work out.
Okay.
It's working for Netflix is great. It's been great. They're really, really cool, and I find that the one thing I like about them is that they're very generous. No, all joking aside, it's great. Netflix is fantastic because they give you so much creative freedom. Whether it was Arrested or Bojack or now on Flaked, I wrote that show, Flaked, and they kind of said, we want you to do what you do. So we have some notes, but ultimately that's not our decision. If you think that the story should go like this, then the story should go like this. That's amazing. That never happens on traditional TV. Todd. He just goes, Todd. You'll see. You're going to love it.